All right, I'm at the point with this special A-style mandolin I've been working on. I've sanded everything to 400 grit. I've raised the grain by spraying water on it. Sanded that peach fuzz off very lightly with 400 grit. Not trying to create any scratches or anything. And then I have a very diluted form of the stain in this dish. And it's mixed in denatured alcohol because I don't want to raise the grain again. And I also don't want the stain to be absorbed as deeply into the wood fibers. That's just gonna be more sanding to get that out. And I have a t-shirt rag. So the purpose of this is to go over the spruce with the diluted stain. And it's basically to help me identify if there's any scratches or areas in the carving and the arching and graduation that might need a little bit more work for overall flow, for tonal and aesthetic reasons. So this isn't going to be the final color because it's super diluted. The denatured alcohol is going to gas off really quick, which means that I can start assessing it more quickly. And what I'm going to be looking for is any cross scratches from sanding, any dings from the chisels or finger planes. And one thing I use the Optivisors, but I've also just used like a magnifying glass that I can hold. And then just this little push light. You can use a flashlight or the light on your cell phone or whatever. I'm gonna wait for it to gas off because I don't want to like have my head right over it while it's gassing off. But you can see it's almost totally evaporated. And then I like to hit the light there with what I finished sanding. So, all right, so what I'll do is, let's see if I can make sure this is, I'll kind of get at this angle and hold this up, and then I'll use the light and hold it at an angle and slowly just scan back and forth. And I'm looking for any just deep cross cuts, any irregular areas that might need a little bit more sanding. So I found some right there. So what I'll do, take a pencil and I'll just put a light pencil mark. You don't want to be too aggressive with the pencil because then you're just gonna the spruce, the pencil is actually gonna dent the surface. So I've had that happen many times. But it's looking pretty good. The areas that always kind of need the most attention is kind of where the scoop is, because you have the grain kind of going in so many different directions because it's going down and also curving. So those areas need a little bit more attention. But it's looking good. So I will actually, even though it looks really good and I'm not seeing any real scratches, I'm still gonna actually sand this wash coat off because I still want like a blank slate when I'm staining. And I want things to be nice and even. So, and I'm still gonna work on sanding the sound holes the sound ports a little bit more. But all in all, that's kind of the process I use. I'm gonna put the diluted stain in a mason jar. Otherwise, if you leave just a dish like this out and come back in the morning, like the denatured alcohol will totally have evaporated and you just have kind of the pigments left behind. I don't want that. So looks pretty good. I'm gonna sand some more. It kind of feels like this endless task, but I kind of want to get things a little more smooth and think about the color mixing a little bit more. So, all right, I'll do another video showing the actual staining and then the French polishing, and get this guy done pretty shortly.